Continuing coverage tonight, a woman was found dead inside her duplex apartment home in Foley.
When firefighters arrived, there were no flames and no outside damage to that home.
NBC 15's James Gordon joins us from the Brookwood Apartments in Foley tonight.
James, fire officials believe the fire started long before they arrived.
I do, Andrew. You know, the fire marshal just left the scene, and the fire chief is now telling us that they believe they know the cause of the fire. Bottom line is the person who lived here, the woman who died, unfortunately, was a heavy smoker, and she more than likely was smoking at the time, and she also used an oxygen machine. So those two things combined more than likely caused this fire. The fire department got the call at about 11:57 around lunch hour this afternoon. A neighbor was checking on the woman and reported hearing a smoke alarm or a smoke detector going off. If it weren't for the fire truck and the yellow caution tape, you would never know there was a deadly fire here. Fire Chief Joey Darby says the fire was contained to the inside of the two-bedroom apartment. When they arrived, there were no flames, only smoke.
Can say that we see nothing at this point that leads us to believe this was a suspicious fire. So we do believe at this point it was an accidental fire, but of course the investigation will bring all that to light.
There was no one else inside the apartment. People living next door in the same duplex had no idea there had been a fire next door. The fire chief believes the fire started hours earlier, leaving the inside of the affected area filled with smoke.
Just didn't see any of the residual factors that we would typically see. Even when a fire self-extinguishes, if we're early in that process, we're going to still see some active smoke and heat. And of course now with technology, we have the ability to monitor for heat. And we didn't see really any heat signatures, so that leads us to believe the fire occurred sometime earlier.
Now, the name of the woman who lived here, the woman who died in this house, has not been released. But now we're live in Foley. James Gordon, NBC 15 News.